this is a wonderful piece, and it's an Etruscan ascos. And an ascos was a type of vessel which you'd put oil or perfume in. So it was something nice that you'd keep. And as you can see, it's in the form of a duck. Now, as I said, it's Etruscan, which were a people, who were a people who lived north of Rome. Very influential, fascinating bunch generally. And you can note on the side of this that there seems to be an individual sort of on top of the wing. Now, I don't know if this is a neat trick here, because it looks like that individual, that character, might actually have the wing themselves. So it's sort of almost a combination of the wing being both of the duck and of the character. I mean, I'm perhaps over-speculating there. However, what we can argue, though, is that this was possibly a lassa. So lassa was a type of entity in Etruscan mythology. And this was both an individual who could be a servant of Aphrodite, or Turan, as the Etruscans called her. But it could also be a type of fate deity, a fate goddess, which could be linked very personally to the owner. And I like to think of all of this being bound up in the context of this being a personal object. So someone owned this, and they almost had their own personal guardian on top of their ascos. So you can imagine that they'd use this when they were getting ready or some sort of special occasion. And there on top of the ascos was their own personal guardian, sort of bound to their fate, that sort of a thing. Or at least that's what I like to think, because again, we see these wonderful pieces and sometimes forget we see them as observers millennia later, but these belong to people and they had personal connections to them. In any case, it's fantastic. Oh, and it dates to the end of the 4th century BC, by the way, just in case I forgot to mention that.